So what is the Dodge Demon worth today? Will the value go up? Are the values going to crumble? Next year they're going to come out with another version. You know, these are all the things that we're hearing about every day. You look on the internet, you see eBay auctions going for $150,000, Barrett-Jackson auctions going for $140,000, and the chatter's all over about what these things are really worth. So today we're going to take you through a little bit of an analysis of the market, what's going on with Dodge Demon pricing. There's ours, and we're actually even going to go all the way up to Carmax and get a value from Carmax. What would they give me cash today for the Demon, or will they buy it? Who knows? We'll have to see. Stay around and check it out. Alright guys, so before we go and take the car to CarMax, let's do a little bit of online research. Probably good to help us just kind of get a sense for what to expect. One of the things I have here is when I was looking to buy a Demon, one of the things that I did is I set up a search on eBay so that I could keep track of what sales were happening on eBay. So I got all these emails that would come to me every day telling me what's for sale, what's the value, and from here I was able to kind of keep tabs on things. So, you know, for example, this was one I got from this morning. Tells me there were, at the time, I think 3 new matches for the day. And you can see, you know, this one was saying the bid was $149,000. This one, the bid was $100,000, and this one $95,000. If you click into them, you can kind of see what the current status is for that particular auction. So in this particular case, this one, it looks like there's been 2 bids on it. The reserve has not been met. It's currently sitting at $100,000 with 8 days to go. So that one has not sold yet, but it is sitting out there on auction. Others that are out here, you can click on others. This one looks like it's at $120,000. There is actually a bid, no reserve, so this one will sell, but 7 days to go, and it already has 1 bid for $120,000. So that's some type of certainly some evidence of the fact that these vehicles are going for $110,000 plus at this point on eBay. Some, I think most of them, like this one here, only has 6 miles on it, so it's a pretty, you know, obviously a very new, untouched vehicle. Looking, you know, beyond eBay, well, I guess in addition to just these emails that I have, you know, there are other areas like, you know, Auto Trader or Kelley Blue Book that you can look at. If we look on Kelley Blue Book, you know, one of the things I notice if you try to get your car value, you know, they're usually a season behind, so they don't even at this point have the Dodge Demon out there. I looked for it. My vehicle's got about 925 miles on it. And they don't have any Demons out there. So I think the highest price model that they have out there is a 5.7 liter. So that's not going to work. So I couldn't use Auto Trader. Excuse me, I couldn't use Kelley Blue Book for a value. If you look at Auto Trader, they're a pretty good source. So I'll, you know, kind of do the same search there, essentially looking on Dodge, Challengers. And then if you do an advanced search, it allows you to, on the filter bar, you can come over here and pick a trim package, which would be, we have to hit see all. We want the SRT Demon. So if I do that and hit view results, you'll see a bunch of different results here, some ad sponsored ones at the top, but here is, it looks like a dealer selling one for $119. You know, you always see these too, but these are a little misleading. So it shows here that, you know, some dealers potentially have them coming in for sale for $85,000, or you'll see other values as well. This is actually not accurate. I know, because when I was looking for them, I called all of these dealers, and what this is essentially the dealer's inventory system is linked to AutoTrader and linked to cars.com. So when their inventory starts to come in, which a lot of these dealers are starting to receive their allocations for the Demons, as these come in, their inventory is triggering kind of a push out to these different websites, and it's showing up here. If you call these like I have, you'd be told, no, that vehicle is already pre-sold and it's already spoken for, unless for some reason it's been canceled. And if it was canceled, I can assure you they're not selling it for MSRP, certainly not less than MSRP. Most of these are going for a minimum of 10 to 15 over MSRP. Here is one for 149. This one, again, more of those dealer orders, so those are still in process of waiting. 119,000, that's from a private seller. More of the dealer ones, 120,000, 150,000, 116,000. So values are really all over the place, kind of from 100 to 130, 40 I've seen, give or take. If you look on eBay, same thing. I'll just do a quick search for Dodge Challenger Demon and see what we get. So you get some folks that are a little crazy. Obviously, you know, this person asking for 500,000 already, probably not going to happen anytime soon. But here, 129, 380,000, 120,000. This one has the bid. I think that's the one we looked at. This one, 138,000. Currently, 17 people watching it. And it goes on and on and on. This one has 16 bids, currently at 100,000, but still 4 days left to go. 115,000. So again, these vehicles are easily valued at over 110,000 right now, or at least, you know, new ones on the open market in eBay and AutoTrader and some of these other places. So that said, let's go see what Carmax will give us for the car, and you know, that'll be another good benchmark for us to compare. So let's go check it out. All right, gang, going to Carmax with the Demon. Let's see what they have to say. Man, this thing is so damn loud. And that's after it's warmed up a little bit, so I wonder if they'll know it's a modified exhaust. Luckily, the Carmax is really close here. It's about 20 minutes from my house, not even. And hopefully we can get in, get out. I don't know if this is hopefully not a busy time for them, but want to see what they'll give us for the Demon. The interesting thing to see here will be that you know, Demons aren't going for list, they're going over list. Even ones that are used, I'm seeing now, are going for 110 or even more. Brand new ones are going for more than that even. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with a vehicle like this that's going for over MSRP, and a vehicle where the market dynamics are a little off. You know, the ones, you know, there's only been a handful of these that have probably come through the auction, I would imagine, and most of those have been, again, 120 plus or 110 plus. So how they put a value on this will be very interesting. If it's sticker on this particular model, I think with the options and whatnot that it had, I think it was about 89. And so it'll be interesting to see if they try to offer less than 89, or are they really in tune to the market and do they give at least that, if not more. We'll find out, I guess, how they think about cars like this. So we shall see. All right, so we are pulling into Carmax. Gonna see what they're gonna give us for the Demon. So we should know in hopefully 30 minutes. Hopefully it's not a busy time for them. So an appraiser, I'll go through it. So the appraiser is going to go out there, take a look at the vehicle. They're going to take it for a short test drive. They're going to make note of the mileage and age, the vehicle history report, the features and options that your car comes with, and then the overall condition of the vehicle. What they do is they take that information back to their office, and they're going to weigh that against current market conditions. So they're going to pull up
Mannheim's auction numbers. They're the largest auction house in the nation. We're going to pull up Carmax auction numbers. We're the second largest auction house in the nation. And based on those figures, we're going to give you a written offer that's good for 7 days.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this vehicle is pretty hot. I mean, it's generally going over MSRP at this point. So they'll pick up on all that. They're not just...
Oh yeah,
they comps are out there.
They don't. Yeah, they don't willy-nilly just throw numbers out. They put a lot of research into these vehicles, and the typical, typically it'll take them 25-30 minutes to do the appraisal. Sometimes, if it really is, there's not a whole lot of comps out there, they might take a little bit longer. Sure. Because we want to buy vehicles, so we want to put. Yeah. We need to put a price on there that is, appealing to you, hopefully, but also makes sense for us as well.
Right. All right, awesome. So just hang out for 30 minutes or so, 20, 30 minutes?
Yep. There's the key. There you go.
So at the moment they're coming up here. So far it sounds like a no, but I think they...
All right, gang, so we are leaving Carmax, and right now we do not have a quote. I think we broke the Carmax system. A couple of the people in this location, I asked them what the most expensive vehicle was that they'd ever seen or done an estimate on. I think they said $75,000, so we kind of broke that mark. They had their original assessor and estimator come out, I think give a number, then they had the manager come out, then they had their head buyer come out and look at it, and he finally came back to me and said, we're going to need some time. We're familiar with the vehicle. We haven't seen one with this low of miles yet, so we will have to come back to you probably in the next couple hours. So I'm leaving, and it's nice of them. They're not going to make me sit and wait there all day. They're going to email me the estimate when it comes in. He said probably in the next 2 to 3 hours. So I started to film there with the permission from the sales rep I was dealing with, and then when we got outside to try and start the appraisal process, I asked if we could document the process. They then called the manager, and the manager came out and he said no, kind of towing the company line, essentially saying that they don't allow that. Some one voice policy, I'm not sure quite what that means, but they were treating or calling me media, and that media has to go through special approval, which I have heard they do give, but it's not really worth it. We'll still be able to get what it is that we're looking for without going through that process. So again, all of them were super nice. This location, everybody here was so great. They know that I'm not trading in or selling the Demon. But they do still want to get us a good buy figure, so appreciate that. So we'll have to go home, chill out for a couple hours, and wait for the email. All right, gang, so the email has come in from Carmax finally, and let's take a look at it together. It's pretty much the way it came from Carmax. I blacked out some information for privacy. But they are saying, sell us your car today for $83,000. So, wow, totally surprised. Can't honestly believe that. And my initial reaction, I thought maybe they found something wrong or they had some issue, but everything turned out is okay. There's a couple pages where they assess conditions of everything, and everything had an okay. There was no issue. My initial response, I actually just replied to them and said, essentially seriously, with a question mark, and a couple hours later they sent me back this. So essentially saying, first of all, thanks so much for giving us the opportunity to appraise your awesome vehicle. Definitely unique. Because of this, we took extra time, and I want to stress that to us, it's their value, but them only. A specialty sports car such as yours would not really be a vehicle that CarMax would sell at one of our retail locations. So really just comes down to not being something that's a fit for them. It would end up going to auction, be marketed to dealers that specialize in this type of a vehicle. And after market research and several phone calls, we determined that $83,000 is around what another retailer would be willing to pay for the vehicle at an auction. So again, I'm not sure who they called, but certainly none of these have crossed the auction block anywhere near $83,000. But nonetheless, that's what they came up with. So there you have it, guys. Prices for Demons are kind of all over the place. Carmax, a little bit of a disappointment. So to get $83,000 for a vehicle that MSRP'd for $89,000 but seemed to be going for over $110,000 seems like a pretty lowball offer. But I get they probably don't have a lot of comps, so they don't have a lot of things to compare it to, and a lot of auction results to go off of, so they've got to just kind of do the best they can to protect themselves. And who knows, maybe I'll take it back in 6 months, maybe they'll have some more data points at that point and can give me a better value. But that's where it's at for today. So $83,000, I will not be trading in the Demon at that price, but we'll see. I think if I put that out on the internet at $83,000, it'd probably sell in about 4 seconds. I could actually probably make one call and make it disappear before that if I really wanted to sell at that price. I'll be doing another video that talks about what I actually paid for our Demon and the financing and how much it costs to own a car like this. So stay tuned for that. Please subscribe. If you like what you see here, yeah, please subscribe to our channel. Also check us out on Instagram at Chicago Mopar, and we hope to bring you more videos and content like this in the future. Thanks. Have a good one.